right and get us on point to get the ball back to the offense. And they're really next.
Kobe, as a team captain, what's on the to-do list in the next 24 to 36 hours to make things on track?
What's on the to-do list is to elevate the standard a little more, the way we need it to be elevated, learn from our mistakes, come in and get better tomorrow. Win, lose, draw, we focusing on getting better every day. So definitely off this loss, we definitely have a lot of things to learn from and get better from, and we'll carry it into next week.
Is there any danger in maybe overcorrecting yourself after 7 pretty strong games because of the frustrations and the emotions of this game, where you get out of what worked for you well through most of the season?
I wouldn't say so. I would say the defense has a certain type of niche where guys always have the same mindset and the same approach. So I would say we just have to turn that up more in volume. Not that we've been doing less or a little bit. We just have to take what we've been doing good and do it a lot more, a little bit more. So that's really it.
Well, the outside world's going to judge you guys, Coach Franklin, by games like this. Is that fair, first of all? Do you look at that as fair?
I mean, I'm not a guy that indulges in the outside voice and, people that have some things to say, but, I'm focused on our team, the coaches, the players, and getting better every day, so I wouldn't really say seeing or hearing anything from the outside voices really affect us or me. That's really it.
How do you judge yourself? How much of the game like this do you sort of measure yourself and your team at?
I know my ability. I know what I bring to the team. I know how I play, and I would say it wasn't good enough. We didn't come out with the win, so it starts with me, it starts with linebackers, it starts with the defense, and I have a lot to get better from and learn from, and definitely the defense does too, so yeah.
Kobe, obviously the team is frustrated, the fan base frustrated too. What's your message to Penn State fans after a game like this?
My message to Penn State fans is stay the course. Win, lose, or draw, we still Penn State. Standard is the same, and next week we're going to need the crowd probably more than we needed them today. So I would just say stay the course. Players going to stay the course, coaches going to stay the course, and we still got the national championship to go get. So, yeah.
To that point, there's been years where a loss to Ohio State kind of felt like there goes the postseason opportunities. Does this year, does it truly feel different because of the new structure, and what does that mean for you guys moving forward?
I would say it truly feels different, but for me, it means we definitely, hopefully, get another chance to see them guys again and make things different. And to go where we want to go, we just got to do everything right, get better every day, and learn from our mistakes from the past. So that's really it.
Do you want another piece of this Ohio State team? You guys aren't. You guys would love to take them on again if you could.
Oh yeah, we can rewind and play again. Like we can play at 7 o'clock. They caught it up. We can do it over again, man. But yeah, we definitely gonna learn from our mistakes, get better tomorrow, and correct things the way they need to be corrected.
What was it like for you on the sideline as their defense makes that stop there at the end? What was going through your head?
I was just confident that we would get the ball in. I know they have a great defense, but when we didn't get the ball in there, it was just a flip. We had to flip the switch. Defense came on the field. We had something to do because offense needed us, and we had to make a play, but we didn't. We didn't get the ball back in the offense hands, and we'll learn from what we did wrong.
And how difficult is it for you guys to be in that moment? Because you guys have, and especially on a day like that, your defense made so many plays, but when it's like, hey, they're going to have to go 99 yards on us, we're just going to get a stop. To not get it done, how difficult is it for you guys?
First, I would say it wasn't like the way we approach it wasn't difficult at all, just because how defense responds and how we react to certain situations. We take pride in things like that. Turnover on downs, field getting switched. We definitely take pride in just stepping up, making a play, and being accounted for. So I would just say we take pride in stepping on the field every time and getting the ball back in the offense's hands.
What did James say to you guys, Kobe, after the game?
He said the same thing he usually say. Still have to get better from our mistakes, like he emphasized, and it's definitely still a long season ahead, and we still gotta go get that national championship. So that's really it.
This was your first time seeing team captain Drew Allar after a loss. I don't know how much you saw of him after the game. You're probably doing your own thing with the defense, but was there any noticeable difference maybe coming off of this loss versus when he was a sophomore coming off those losses last year?
I would just say his demeanor. He wasn't really down on himself. He wasn't really hard on anybody. He took it on the chin just like everybody else did, and I think he's the guy that's definitely going to step up for us for the rest of the season, and he's definitely going to bring other guys up with him.
Does that presence and that difference in demeanor, does that offer you guys a little bit more optimism moving forward? Because last year it felt like the offense just didn't have that much confidence regardless of the situation.
I would say to a certain extent, but the standard is always the same and the approach is always the same. So we on the field, not on the field. We locked in, dialed in, and man, we just goal is to always get the ball back in the offense's hands or score on defense. So that's what we gotta do.
Kobe, you mentioned earlier upping the standard, something to that effect. I don't want to misquote you, but it was along those lines. How do you do that at a place here where the expectations are always, national championship just as high as they can be? So
I would say just going back and looking at the things we did in the past and learning from those and the things that we did good. Not saying that we haven't been doing nothing up to par to this point, but the good things that we've been doing, just turn it up a little more in volume, if that makes sense. Doing things a little bit extra, doing a little bit things more, and just learning from the good, the bad, and making it right.
Kobe, obviously